just why is this so hard to stop this game? You can't even quit it because you get something. You see that blinking epilogue? This gonna be a short one, I guess. Or not. But why not? I didn't want it to check out without recording it. Let's see. Oh yeah, because I was in whichever episode I was in the what the frick is called? The showroom or whatever. And I found this epilogue section and the narrator said no later. And I was just popped on. So let's see. Wait, epilogue? That's after, no? The prologue is whatever. Many years later. Oh yeah. This is serious. We kind of remember this, right? Fast forward button, right? Oh yeah, the fast forward button, the skip button made this whole stuff. Wait, this is the memory stuff. Oh hi. This was the memory house. Somehow connected to this. With the Steam review place, I guess. Review, yeah. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable with underscore how truly disappointed I am with this sequel. Where the first game teamed with originally the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel wears off into territory nobody asked for. An indefinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead we get the uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reprieve from... Okay. Stanley Parable developers. No more spin-off, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise, but a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions as outlined in a press release they published today. It is clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want. Reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for this series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been farther from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. This sounds like the internal fear of the developers that they cannot outdo.
Jim. Jim.
Yeah, this is...
Jim.
I guess this is the fear of the game developers.
Jim.
Not just game developers, actually, like musicians and the rest.
Stanley.
When you create something and that one will be very good, then a creative mindset can, or especially if it's some sort of a maximalist and perfectionist like I am in some form, obviously not by cutting videos, it's like you wanna outdo yourself or outdone your previous work, you know, that a constant fear will just invade your newer work, if you know what I mean. The constant fear of making something worse and stuff. And of course it's gonna be, let's just say, worse a little bit, because it is not going to be the same. It was the same with like every game. Half-Life 2 was not as good as Half-Life 1. It was different. Totally. Half-Life 1 was like, especially at the start, like this closed off feeling and you're a scientist and don't know what's happening. Half-Life 2 was much different. Same with StarCraft. StarCraft 1 was much different than StarCraft 2, especially in gameplay, so yeah, I could go on with a list of games, but you have to like make them into the same universe, you know, like keep that mindset that they are in the same universe, but they are just different. Just like the Mortal Kombat series, they're pretty good at that, showcasing that. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for making it. You are you little piece of... Long time no see. Yay, I remember you. And those who don't remember you didn't saw the first episodes, I guess. You were sneaking there before the menu and kept asking me questions. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developers said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise. Yeah, I did. What a nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Well, okay. You just went against what I said prior. Well, actually not against, because I took a neutral standpoint. Or viewpoint, or stand. Yeah. You can say, screw it, I'm just gonna make what I want, and I don't care. That's also a good attitude in some way. That's how I started streaming, for example, or when I made music and stuff like that. Or even some VR projects. Here the story more feels like the original Stanley Parable is the narrator, Stanley relation, and then there's you, who is in the picture, but the story doesn't talk to you about it. But here the bucket feels like Stanley became the bucket and the narrator become in some way Stanley, and narrator is like, I don't know. So it's like I had this feeling like it's a meta something. Okay, don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also really need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. Stanley Parable 3. Okay. If I want to finalize the franchise, what they are not saying, because they say let's make games as long as they can. I cannot start with the final something. It would be the story of circles because you can jump in it. Yep. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say. Sure. Good, then it's agreed. New sequel every time you start a game. And you know what? Since you put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We are in this together. We are going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Sure. Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Delete the game. Or wait 10 years. Enter the current time. You wanna get my favorite current time or the real current time? You know what? Sure. AM, PM. Drives me crazy. There you go. Please adjust the sliders. Like this. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Sorry. The story of circles. Okay. Sure. So what?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley...
I skipped the intro, sorry. Had to.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
A lot of new content.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
He did.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh yeah.
It was okay. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
Oh no, No, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Sure.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just need to get back to, oh, who am I kidding?
But with a bucket.
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay. No balloons. Nasty.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or...
No.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Yeah.
It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's
You're
here
freaking it up.
somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay. Where are you, story? I'm coming to get ya. Story. Where are you? Whoops. Ooh, that looks like a story. But everyone knows what you did. They're just holding back and let
this is
torture
the worst
yourself.
adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Okay. Ready, set, go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Huh. Left or right?
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Yes.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You
I
wrote
can't
it.
quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no.
Yay.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know
I
you didn't
win.
put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Huh. Okay. Where was I? Oh, yeah.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Easy. Da 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 da.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on.
Yes.
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Da 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 da.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
And now, those who watched episode, I don't know which. Sorry, I'm bad at it. Because, as I said, recording different games. And they are at a different part.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Yeah. I'm talking to the viewers.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Do you guys remember this? On a picture? It was on a picture in the early episodes. Study carefully. It's very important later to the story. Don't forget. Everybody remembers it? Everybody okay with it? The most important thing for the story is to remember how many leaflets it has. You know, leaves. Those thingies. Good. Now everybody counted? Cool.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story is... Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Aha! This is not my line. Mine was the Stanley Parable 3 adventure line.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
Yeah.
Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable.
Yeah.
Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Oh, sure.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Okay, we need some office workers, we need some chainsaw, and some cheering ladies, and the cars. No, I'm not a car guy. Some choppers, bikes, you know. Definitely extended range guitars. Yeah.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
Yeah.
No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it.
Sure.
We should be fine.
Yeah. Our game is much better. Especially the guitar part.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here.
Okay.
Just walk in circles for a minute.
It's okay.
Okay. So I know
Okay.
that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask,
just
will
forward.
taking the right door lead
dude.
us to where we're going?
Counter
And
inverse
since the
reverse.
answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Dude, you just nullified yourself by countering every word against another one, and with the opposite. Counter a reverse invert. So you somehow, and whatever else you said, you just nullified everything nearly, and went back to like whatever. You guys understand what I'm trying to say?
Oh, hold up, what's this?
Ooh.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on.
You don't control it, dude.
I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
The game will do it for you, I
And the
guess.
timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
No.
Whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
The point
in the
is...
meantime, if you...
The point is confusion, dude. You're confused. That's why it's confusion ending. See? Told ya.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Or a bucket. What? That's weird.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Yeah, we already established that. True.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Hello, boss's office. Stanley.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety
You
isn't
completely
healthy,
forgot
so
the
he
previous
relaxed for a
run.
few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Do you guys want some more endings?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where freedom meant nothing.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No.
Never.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Who wanna watch ducks again with my bucket? Oh, I don't have my bucket. So I'm just gonna turn it on.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Bang. The sequel is now paused. Okay, so let's end this one here. I have a few more endings in my bag, and I'll record them. I didn't plan to make a video, but yeah, that epilogue kind of changed, and I was like, okay, let's roll with it. I have a little time for that. Anyway, by the way, don't worry about the blow up thingy at the end. You cannot help it. There's no solution for that, actually. At least there was no solution for the original Stanley Parable. It was just all like causing a little panic in you and try to solve it. Maybe they implemented something because the ceiling was weird for me. It looked like there's something there. The door, I know there was an open door which closed on me, but that was always in there without leading anywhere and never opened again. Anyway, so again, this was Stanley Parable, the Deluxe, Ultra Deluxe Edition, or I should say Stanley Parable 3 iteration on me. The story of the circles. The story of circles. And next time it will be something else. Actually, we could just try that out. If I restart the game carefully, now we should make an iteration, right? Should be 4. Stanley Parable 4. Do I get any sort of a text? Stanley Parable 4. The Ghoulish baby. Okay, so this was this should be the Stanley Parable 4, but as I said, I'm not gonna record. So anyway, I mean, I'm gonna continue, but in the next video I have to put up some do some GTFO, a bit of a Phasmo in VR if my VR doesn't die in low frame rate. Phasmophobia, I mean. And of course some horrible, twisted, brutal game as well. Just like story games, like this one. Anyway, this is the perfect screen, I know, because I'm very good at cutting videos. I just forgot I shouldn't quit, whatever. Doesn't matter. Thank you for being here, and take care, keep it safe, and If you can, like and subscribe. Check out the channel. Look at some things that you like, maybe. Also, there's some Twitch stuff around. Everything is in the description. Anyway, have a nice day, and or whatever daytime you are in, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.